All right, so we are here at the Drag Racing Museum, Don Garlits. They also have antique car museum. We're gonna go down there and check it out. We got the boo-boo with us. All right, so here we are at the entrance, the Museum of Drag Racing. Big Daddy Don Garlits. Check out these tires. Don Garlits first for Dragster. Check this out. It's a big change from the tires of the one I just shown.
Yeah, man, it don't have no parachute out the back. It doesn't have the pop wheelie bar. It don't have nothing on it.
That's that hold on for dear life, bro.
That's that old, we about to... Crazy. It's amazing how many you had. That one was like number 27 over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at this one over here on the back of this one. At least had a parachute on.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Try to get the glare. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get the glare out of there. That's really cool right there. How about that, Norton? How about that, Norton? So that's Swamp Rat 10. Place, bro.
Like I said, and he's from the swamp.
He's from the swamp of Florida. That's cool right there.
Oh yeah, that's pretty neat.
I'm gonna shut up so y'all can probably hear Big Daddy talk in the back on the TV.
And everything went black. And I thought, oh my God, it blew up.
20,000 spectators watched in horror as Garlits' car explodes into a ball of fire, ripping in two. When Garlits opens his eyes, he realizes he's trapped in the mangled wreckage.
The first thing that I thought was the pain was excruciating. was gripping my thigh because of the pain, and of course it was bleeding.
In the flash of a moment, Garlits has gone from the brink of victory to the depths of despair. It seems as though his career is in ruins.
That's crazy.
Straight up legend.
March 1970 in Wilmington, California. Drag racer Don Garlits has just suffered a horrific crash, that leaves him severely injured. But this legendary speedster still has a lot left in the tank.
Garlits is pulled from the wreckage and rushed to the hospital. He has broken bones in his left foot, and a portion of his right foot needs to be amputated. As he comes to grips with the extent of his injuries, Garlits fears
Wish my buddy Joe was here. He'd be eating this up. Have to come back down here with him. He'd absolutely love this.
he thinks because the engine is located in front of the driver, any explosions cause them greater harm.
When that blows up, I mean, you got serious problems.
But then he starts to concoct a plan to stage an epic comeback by building a flashy new car with a distinct difference. The engine will be behind the driver. From his hospital bed, he sketches the design.
It is safer to move the driver away from the roar explosion, the fire in one back, the fuel in his face, the roll in his face. Because I'm mechanically inclined.
In February 1971, just 11 months after his horrific crash, Garlits makes his return to racing. He drives his brand new car called Dragster. The same one now on display at the Don Garlits Museum of Drag Racing in Ocala. This is the first time anyone has seen a dragster with the engine located behind the driver.
No one thought the engine in the rear was ever going to work.
So here's the best part about HatterTV is I'm able to go to places like this. That right there is Connie Coletta's car. When I went to the first ever Gator Nationals was because of the Colettas. My dad worked at a place called Ring Power, and he worked on their semi where they carried their cars and my dad got full backstage passes from the Colettas, and that was the first time I ever went and saw drag racing in my life. Now it's coming full circle. Pretty cool. Wish my dad was still alive to come check this out. Be here with me, it'd be cool. That right there might be one of the coolest looking ones right there.
Everything happens so fast, you don't have much time to make decisions.
An epic crash is about to spark one of the greatest comebacks in the history of the sport. March 1970, Wilmington, California. In the final round of the prestigious Grand American Series of Professional Drag Racing, the favorite is Don Garlits.
I always loved cars. And of course, I like fast cars. And it was a thrill.
Y'all gotta see this banana peel over here. Check that right there out.
I had was very old in the series called Marty. But I got so wound up in this drag racing because see, I was bred from britches. I weighed about 115 pounds. And when we would go to gym class, they'd start picking teams, and they'd go through the picking line and get further and further and stand there digging my toe into the
Not
ground.
much to that one.
Last, you know,
Not much to that at all.
I found these race cars. Strap the one and go out and punch it out with the varsity guys. And of course I took the back like a duck to water. Very famous director. He directed Giant Memorabilia. And he strapped a metal strap.
Yeah, all the way through 27. Had a bunch of old young cars.
Then as I grew up,
Look in here.
I got to looking a little geeky, it seems, and I always played the 10-thumb bumbling boyfriend that couldn't walk and chew gum at the same time. And I played Haywood Fox on the Margie show. That's kind of self-explanatory. And then I'd go out and run my 200-mile-an-hour race car on the weekend. How's that for a Superman Clark Kent deal?
The pocket rocket.
Well, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
When I first went back east, the first time we ever went.
See if we can get a shot from inside.
Anyone ever toured the country, they called up here and they said, you know, well, actually the tracks, they all hire one of these big main cars we keep seeing on magazines all the time. They come back here and they offered me a 10-week. He happened to get away, but some of them couldn't because they had a family, they had business and everything. When I was in the movies, if I wasn't making a movie, I was unemployed at the time, so I could leave anytime I want to. And that was quite an experience. But my name preceded me, and I'd drive up to the Tiny Tower there and I'd say, "Hi, I'm Tommy Ivo," and he'd say, "You're Tommy Ivo?" And I took a break.
Where's that yellow? The yellow flame. This video might be a little long, y'all, but it's pretty cool. There's still a lot more to come. Might have to break it up and do the antique car museum in a second video. Make this one not too long.
Despite numerous National Hot Rod Association victories over the years, until 1975, Don Garlits had never won the NHRA Tropical World Championship. Coming into Ontario Motor Speedway competition in California that year, with only 1 minute to carry back, had a chance to rob Garlits his dream of being the world champion.
why this thing just looks fast. Almost looks like them speedboats shapes. $178 miles an hour. You got so many trophies in here.
As the California racing season approached, they briefly abandoned the idea altogether and began work on a traditional slingshot. Don's life path would have no mark. He said, Don, he said, you got a good head on your shoulder. You got two eyes. You got some fun. Real breakthrough.
And I'm sitting in the shotgun seat, so I was driving and seat seats between us, and I got my hat kind of like this, you know, and I said, he says, it ain't a slingshot. He said, it's a front drive. He always calls it a front drive. Because actually it's not a rear engine, don't have a rear engine car, got the engine in back of the rear end. It's a mid-engine car with a front drive. And he said, if you think that steam's too fast, we'll just slow it down. So we got that shop tonight, changed all the water around. It was about 6 to 1, we changed it to 10. Went back to the track the next day.
Pretty dang neat.
Yeah, it is.
And changed racing forever.
So I'm putting the car all together, you know, and here comes the snake. And he walked around that thing, I don't know how long y'all know him, he's got a calm thing. He looks at things kind of like this, you know, he walked all around that and looked at it. And he's sharp, I mean, he knows what he's looking at. And then he come over to me and he said, well, he said, I guess that's one way to get publicity.
Garlits, he was a one-man band. He built up, he set up, and he worked up, and he drove. This ran good, but there was a few of them not ready for his I bought with his car.
Dragster did change the face of top fuel racing. The sport itself changed too. Attendance was down and costs were up. And everyday interest in racing was fading rapidly. Then, money car came on the scene, and people found they could identify more easily with Garlits. Once again began to flourish. And aware of shows and showmanship, ignited interest in the sport. One of the first quality cars was a big out. His art built some pretty much like it. This 1934 was an
more important than racing. I remember years ago that the girls were little, there was a lot of races and that was all good. But still, you maintain your Well, I've always been a homebody, so to speak. I love my family.
can back up and show the whole thing of this. Might not be enough room. Thing looks like a missile. Looks like a straight up missile. Got a old 8-ball shifter.
That's true. They must have a cartoon about that back in drag cartoons. So it produced a lot of Mickey Thompson when he fought down. They did the whole thing on that. He won the race, and his kid says, "Slap the other partner." He was the big guy. That's true. It's very similar that everybody wants to take a shot at you because they feel if either get publicity from that or notoriety, whatever you want to call it. Just the urge to go on. They get reputation. They should expect that. Yeah.
It was his idea to go to Mattel and get a, we were talking about strictly his idea. And I looked at Don, what do you think about with the ad company that handled potential on the app, you know, the app would be on this would be kind of with the animals that we've done with the mat tracing and stuff, you know.
There's just so much in here. It's unreal. Got all these motors, engines. So much in here to show y'all.
Stand and all for the top. There used to be a guy that had a little tiny machine shop over doing his garments that work done on. This old German guy named Mr. Schmidt. Well, he would do all our little brackets and chingadera work and so forth and so on. Did a lot of garments. push start. So, they made up a kit for $750 to practice and so forth and so on. Guys wouldn't buy it, too much money. You know, that was a lot of money in that case. So I started to think, well, if I sell it to the tracks, and they have two stands with a starter up at the line on each side, that way the guys only have to buy the bracket. They pull the cars up, take the starter, bing, start them up, speed the show up. I know they're going to buy them. They were not interested in the least. I went to, and there was a lot of tracks up there. Went to every single track on it. No, I don't like it. They like pushing down in front of the stands and the people like that. I says, but they don't like it being, the show being slow. Want to quit. Couldn't sell it. So I just used it
Let's
for
don't do that
personal
again.
use. However, it did evolve a few years later because of funny cars. They couldn't push. So the funny cars, a guy came east, him and his friend, was named Jungle Jim Lieberman. What was his buddy's name? God, I can't think offhand. He had a funny, his buddy had a,
Bro, this place is huge.
Yeah. Pretty damn cool though.
Yeah, it is. Man, oh, thank you. Man, Joe would lose his mind in here. Joe would be like a kid in a candy store. I was trying to get him to come with me, but he had to work last 2 weeks.
He did or did?
Yeah, he had to work last week. And then I told him I was going to come this week, but he had to work. So this is the second building right here we're breaking in. This still ain't the car museum part, apparently. This definitely some funny cars on the other side, I see. But this thing right here is bad. Ass, you hear me? Thing's cool. Yeah, man. I'm saying, man.
That's sharp right there, bro.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it says sharp right on it.
Yeah, it's sharp. So.
No, it says it right there.
No,
Sharp
I know.
Engineering.
Yeah, it's sharp, bro.
Yeah, that thing's sweet.
170 miles an hour.
I like this one,
Look
too.
at the grill on this.
Yeah, that's sweet. I like that. I like the open roadster
Yeah,
look.
but look at the glass on the front right here.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It'll see through. And it has a whole sunroof on it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a weird looking.
These things are so
Bonnie and
nice,
Clyde
bro.
right there, huh? What if Bonnie and Clyde had that? They would have got away?
They got more like that.
Yeah, exactly. They would have got away, huh?
I don't know if that would have happened. They got ambushed. Yeah, I don't know how you can see out of
How
it.
do you see out that windshield?
I have no clue. That's what they needed.
Yeah.
Especially if you can make it bulletproof. There ain't nothing to that.
Got a good shot hit through that window, huh?
Man, there is something. Just look at this. Zoom in. All these cars in here. Highly recommend coming here in Ocala, Florida. Yeah, I gotta get Joe here, bro.
Joe's big in the drags cars?
Man, anything that goes fast and rumbles.
Really?
Yes, he is huge into race cars. Yeah.
Is he a mechanic?
I don't think so. He just loves anything that goes fast. Yeah, he would love this, bro.
Can't get off. I thought he did the what's it called?
They got specialized training or something going on this week or the next few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna kidnap him, bring him down here. If I get like him and Jimmy together here, oh my goodness. You know he's big into all the racing stuff too. Yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, this is neat. There you go. Shit.
How many cars do you think they've got in just these two rooms?
I can't tell you.
Man, it's gotta be close to like 100.
Yeah. If not more. They got them crammed in back here.
Hey, this is what it'd look like if I drove it. That's what happened if I drove it right
The
there.
Swamp Rat 31.
Yes. I busted all up. That yellow one down there, bro?
Yeah.
That one's sweet too.
Yes, it is. There you go.
So cool. Hey, listen, John Force was probably, when I went, that dude was awesome. Like, he signed autographs as soon as he got done racing while they worked on the car for the next heat run. He was out there with the fans. But I heard his daughters was like that too, though.
Both of his daughters are racing. That's where I got the shirt from. I was watching them from Brittany.
People like him is what makes the sport so attractive to people. Being friendly and everything. Because I want to say when I went, when my dad took me, I had to be like 13, 14. Maybe a little younger. That's what he had. He was running the Castrol car when I went and saw them.
It's crazy though how much.
That was from
it's
84.
advanced.
Yeah.
You can just tell by how much advancement they got in there.
Yeah, that's pretty much what car he had right here. When I saw them.
Old Jolly Rancher. This car too. I don't know if it's this car, but one of these cars is like this.
You gotta imagine, they probably almost have every one of his cars in here.
It's crazy looking at that. It's like you're sitting in a box.
Yeah.
Compared to what the other one. You got this one where you just caged in there for safety. Like you're not even close to the motor or nothing. Look, it has a split in and everything. So
It's crazy to think motors that close to your feet and everything.
yeah, it's close to your.
Have you been to Gator Nationals?
Yeah, that's where I got the shirt from.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Man, we walked up
I've been 3
on
or 4 times. I've seen John. I've seen his daughter.
the guy that used to do the Bud. I walked right up because my dad got pit passes from the Colettas because he was working at Ring Power and got it and we went into the pits and I come around and they pulled the dragster up on the side of like the trailer while they're working on it. They rev that thing up. I wasn't.
I didn't hear that either.
Yeah, them things are loud as.
It's a lot louder when it's live. It's cool though when you go to one, you can stand out there.
The ground
They
shaking.
put these like little posters out there, the little poster board things for the kids.
Yeah.
The kids can stand in line and get signatures, and they all sign for the kids. Little things they can hang on the wall. You break down the motors and stuff.
That's about what they look like
They do a
now.
lot of interaction with kids.
So this
Which is good.
This is about what it would look like. This about.
Yeah, this is actually.
This was the time. Well, no, that's before.
2003.
Yeah, I think I went. No, I'm off. Yeah, this probably was the car he was running when I went.
Yep.
He was there when I went. Remember Joe Amato? All these cars just packed in there. All right, so that's gonna do it for the Drag Racing Museum. There's the boo-boo. What? Give it a rating. What do you think about the
Oh
place?
man, it's awesome. I love it.
I did too. I enjoyed it.
See
But
all the old stuff.
But apparently there's a antique car museum. We got a ticket to that. That'll come in the next video. Appreciate y'all. Like, subscribe, comment as I go find some more stuff to check out and see all the cool shit that normally we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
That's what we do here on HatterTV.